Good morning, campers.
Really? That's how you get started as well.
It's holiday season, right?
Good point. It is holiday season.
Yeah, everyone's on holiday. So good morning. Yeah,
Hope
happy holiday.
everyone in the UK is having a nice holiday. Let's start off with that.
Let's start with that. Let's hope everyone's keeping safe and yeah, and enjoying. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. How you doing, Luke?
Yeah, I'm good. How you doing, Matt?
I believe I'm okay. I've got a slight headache, but it's probably lack of coffee. But apart from that, we're all good.
Not
Uh,
soaking wet after the other day anymore?
I was, do you know what? So for people that are listening, haven't got a clue. I was walking the dog, okay, and went out, and then suddenly the heavens opened here in the UK, and but it was like a monsoon, and when I got back in, because I was already out, figured let's just carry on with this walk. It's like jumping because I'm not going to get much wetter. It's like jumping into a swimming pool or the sea with all your clothes on, and I was, yeah, yeah, I just wow, drenched.
I can't believe that. Honestly,
Yeah.
that must have felt terrible. Like I could see it pelting down from inside mine.
Well, yeah,
Wow.
it was not pleasant. I can tell everyone that it's not
Yeah.
nice. So yeah, right.
All
Yeah.
right. So we got two
Luke,
stories today. Let's do a quick introduction as always. Doritos has spoiled the next Call of Duty Black Ops game, or possibly spoiled it, we're not 100% sure. And you can play Doom inside Minecraft using a virtual Windows 95 PC. Visit that now into the world. My name's Luke.
my
Hey, you
name's
did it
Matt.
this time. Let's get started. Okay, so let's get off with Call of Duty Black Ops and Doritos possibly spoiling it.
I'm intrigued by this. How have they spoiled Call of Duty Black Ops? How have they done this? How have they
So
spoiled it? What is
it's
it?
not exactly confirmed. So basically, whilst you might, whilst we might, so we might even have to wait for Activision to reveal it because the Gaming Revolution, by Call of Duty News and Windows Central, has shared pictures of what's said to be a Doritos promo for the still unannounced Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Now, this is like from a source not directly Doritos, so again, a pinch of salt has to be taken here. Might not be 100% accurate, as we know, when it comes down to
Yep.
rumors, but the fact is, the return of the original Black Ops era has been rumored for a while, and this supposedly confirms the plan. Now, the promo appears to start on October 5th. So, a similar promo, although it doesn't guarantee the release date of the game, but a similar promo
Right.
last year for Call of Duty Modern Warfare started in October 1st, and the game was actually released on October 25th. However, it also didn't
Um.
arrive during pandemic, which could have affected the development.
hmm
This
hmm
could
So do we?
go on.
Yeah.
No,
Go
you
on.
go.
Carry on.
Sorry.
No, no, no. So I was saying. So I'm still miffed as to why they think this has ruined it.
So no, it's not
Uh,
ruined it. Not ruined it exactly. They're kind of. It's a bit of a title. It's a title. Yeah. The more accurate way would be leaked. It would be more accurately leaked, not spoiled. The only thing that's really could have spoiled is Activision's reveal and presentation of this. But if Activision has
yep.
their massive reveal planned, that's the only thing that really spoiled. Because if this, it's not really spoiled it, I think they could have chosen their words a bit better here. But
Which makes it sound a little bit better. It's
yeah,
more
let's say
clear
leaked.
because
It's
obviously,
leaked, I think.
yeah,
So
because Call of Duty is. I don't think you could ever spoil Call of Duty.
nah,
I don't think you could ever ruin it. If future releases, updates, add-ons, whatever you want to put into it, Call of Duty is a classic, right? People love Call of Duty.
exactly. It's an
It's
absolute classic. I wish I could play it,
how's
but age
how
is
long has
a
it been in the
factor.
market?
Huh?
How long has it been in the market?
Oh god, let's search this. Call of Duty first game. Uh
Because
it feels as old
my
as
understanding,
console gaming itself. Call of Duty first game.
Not quite, but it's.
So it is almost as old as PC gaming. It is
I could give you some very
current
old
console gaming
console
with
gaming, which is brilliant.
Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo. It's almost as old as it when you've got all three of them in there. Not as old as it itself, obviously. I'm talking like with the kind of three big contenders that we know now. It was released. The first game was released on October 29th, 2003.
Yep.
2003. This
Yep.
franchise had been going on for a very long time.
Oh, I would.
Yeah.
That's quite something, isn't it? 2003.
Yeah, it's been going on for.
It's and it's still going strong. It's yeah, it was a cult classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has many followers. It is it's one of those big games out there, big franchises. You know, so this is what I say. I don't think you could ever truly spoil this game or ruin this game because people will always be interested in when's the next one, what you're going to do, what the new weapons we're going to be using in this. You know, what's the new
Yeah.
layout going to be? What's and the list is endless. I know people that have been playing this game
Exactly.
for years across all the
Now,
different platforms.
previously, Call of Duty games were announced
amazing.
at or before E3 in June, so that would have been last month. But E3's cancelled, obviously. The publisher doesn't have to stick to the same timetable.
Right.
It doesn't ever really have to, but it's kind of an expected thing.
Yeah.
And also, the PS5 and Xbox Series X are launching this year, which is actually quite, when you think about
Right.
it, both of them have had their massive game reveal lineups.
Yeah.
Now, and I got to say, I'm very impressed with PS5 and I'm very impressed with Xbox.
Yep.
I got to admit, rewatching Halo a couple times, I got kind of caught up in how good the actual action of it looked.
Yep.
The graphical fidelity was not looking very good. People are saying that's due to it actually running on the Series X, being held back by the Xbox One. Microsoft, I don't want to issue a kind of correction here. Actually, that was running on a PC. That demo was running on a PC, not on a Series X. So it's actually kind of showing that the Series X. I don't know why they wouldn't have shown it on the Series X, but the fact is they didn't, and that's what we were left with. Still, it's probably more accurate to set expectations low and then surpass them than to set them high and not meet it. You know, better to show kind of relative graphical fidelity than overstate it.
Oh, do you know what? That's the one, isn't it? Because actually, what you just said there.
Yeah, there's still more time.
But then absolutely smash it when you release it. Let's hope that's the situation. Because you're right, isn't it? Yeah, there is. Because I mean, Halo again is just one of those all-time classics. I like what we're doing because there's a theme coming along here.
I think Halo was. I think Halo was the launch title of the original Xbox One. I'll search it again. It may not have been a launch title of the original one, but it was definitely been around for a while now. The original Halo game was released in 2001.
2001.
2 years.
Wow,
2
so
years
that's 3 years before Call of Duty.
Halo 2 was then released in 2004. Halo 3 was released in 2007. You have Halo 3 ODST in 2009.
No way.
Halo 4 in 2012.
Yeah.
And then Halo 5 in 2015. So we are actually coming up on the longest break between full mainstream Halo game releases in a while. Yeah, there has been Halo Wars 2 announced in 2017. They kind of lessened that a bit, but still, it is a very long wait between Halo games. Yeah, that's amazing.
I think I still have the original Halo.
Wow.
I've got it for the Xbox. It's for the original Xbox. I still got the original Xbox. It's like you can beat that one.
You got a Super Nintendo, and you're just
there says actually I've got a Super Nintendo.
Yeah, respect.
It's like really.
Yeah,
or a Mega Drive or one of these things. I mean, this is back in the days of classic gaming, isn't it?
yeah,
Gaming. It's then the market just exploded. So yeah, I think we're about
yeah,
to digress though and
a little
go off
bit.
into other channels and the realms of
But
nostalgia, I
anyway,
believe, in this
basically,
segment. In this segment.
Activision may
Yeah.
not be showing off
So
this Call of Duty game just because they're not really sure when to show it off in relation to the new games coming out soon. For all we know, we could be seeing it in another. We
yep.
could be seeing it next week. Activision's released no news. We have no confirmed dates. Just it could come at any time. Just a sudden trailer on YouTube, for all we know. Not likely, but it could happen.
It's bizarre, isn't it? But
Hi, I'm here.
it's bizarre, but then again, they
Yeah,
say hello. Yeah, sorry, when it's glitchy just then. It's a wonderful world of technology again. It's it's sort of it's bizarre, isn't it? Because actually, there's a saying out there: no news is good news, but also any news is good news when it comes down
yeah,
to a band or an artist or any form of media. Any form of news gets your company or your title or your product in the press, in the paper. It's a good news for you, whether it's putting the
yeah,
organization down or whether it's lifting it up, because it gets you out there and it gets into the public. So it could be just one of those little media hypes, which is, do you know what, we've done these launches and we talked about new PlayStation, new Xbox. We forgot to mention that
yeah.
Call of
But the
Duty is
thing is,
coming out.
this is a
So here
very
we go. We're going
leaky
to turn on
image.
and drop a
Like
little
it, the
spoiler.
image I'm
It's on
looking
its
at,
way.
I'm currently looking at the article. It looks very leaky. Yeah, it looks like a very
I saw
obvious
that.
kind of
I saw
someone
that
just
image,
taking it
and I'm
inside
like,
of a factory sort of thing,
yeah,
and sent it to them. Yeah. Uh, Speaking of classic games, though,
yeah. We'll see. We'll
Doom in
see.
Minecraft.
I suppose
This
classic
is
games. Yep. Go on.
wow. It's official.
Oh, tenuous link.
It's official.
Wow.
Minecraft is yeah.
Doom. Doom. Well,
It's not official by Mojang, but it does officially
it is
work. It's
actually
a
official,
very
is it?
official mod. So yeah,
That's just wow. Do you know? Because when we talk about classic games, this is one of the oldest games. There, this is the one you're marching around, you're following, you've got
yeah.
your gun there in your hand, and you're walking around through
So
these brick walls, and it's
yeah.
very
So basically, the
yeah,
way this works is
yeah.
that actually it's a fairly
So you're
recently
playing a
developed
game
mod.
within a game.
VM computers. You may know of it. You may not. It sounds quite recent to me. I haven't heard of it. And it
Yep.
can run Windows 95 inside of Mojang's creative title, so Minecraft. And basically, you need to order virtual computer parts. I don't
Yeah.
think it actually costs money. I'm not sure. It probably doesn't. And you place an ISO into the right Minecraft subfolder. It works, and it's even possible to play decently. You probably won't want to try to a high
Yep.
difficulty level, however. Now, you can forget about playing Minecraft inside Minecraft in the near future, however, as Windows XP or Ubuntu Linux is still fairly laggy. So don't forget, these are both pre-2000 operating systems. Like I use Linux on my
Yeah.
day-to-day, in my day-to-day work. Actually, it's probably the best OS I could use. I can have a VM that's just seamlessly integrated with the OS as if I'm, just running Windows seamlessly. I recently got about running it. It's absolutely incredible. So I'm not surprised, but it
Yep.
is hard. But Windows XP, wow, that's a shock. But anyway, don't think about playing Minecraft inside of Minecraft properly for a fair amount of time. But it still shows the amazing thing that Minecraft mods can do. So yeah,
Oh, pretty awesome. I'm actually imaging in my head. I'm seeing loads of YouTubers suddenly going out, yep, to get this and then to stack it up and then hold on, let's watch the gameplay. Da-da-da-da. It's because Minecraft's a classic game in itself. I mean, look at this. It's the
I think
biggest
it actually is the
outstripping,
biggest game of all time. When I think about it,
outselling game
I
of
remember they
pretty much all
overtook
time
the
at the moment,
previous
isn't it? It still
bestseller.
stands.
Um,
Yeah. And this one's gone out there. They've done
yeah,
books, they've done everything. They've got a multi-platform, haven't they? They've they've really reached out and they've opened up to the public. You can go on, you can play the game, you can build it, you can go onto survival mode, you can
If
do
you want a mod,
battles, you can
yeah,
sort
if
of
you
like
install a
have
mod, you've got,
Mario Kart
Minecraft
style
is without a
battles going,
doubt
obviously not
probably the
Mario
most
Kart. Yeah.
flexible game out
But
there
yeah,
in
yeah.
terms of just develop a mod, make it work, play it. Like
Do you know?
Mojang officially support it as official, but kind of officially support it. If they wanted,
Yeah,
they could shut it down instantly. They're happy to allow mods to continue, you know? Yeah, yeah.
and
And the
why
way
not?
these
Because it's
mods
getting the
work,
product
none
out
of
there,
them
isn't
allow
it?
you
So of
to
course they're
actually
going to be
play
good.
Minecraft still,
It's
regardless, unless you have an active Minecraft license. Like, there are no mods that are, there are no cracked versions of Minecraft out there. Like, none of these mod loaders actually allow cracked versions of Minecraft. So, for those of you who don't know, cracked is kind of a computing
uh,
world term or software term for versions of a game where the game license has been kind of cracked. So you don't need to log in or provide a license key or DRM's broken, That sort of thing, it kind of disappears. So there's no DRM, digital rights management. That's what cracked mean. It just means there's no kind of the whatever protective measures to make sure you had to buy it first aren't in place. That's not what happens here. It's just okay, you brought it, cool, now allow you to install this. Yeah, they don't crack it for you, which is good. Yeah,
which is good, isn't it? What it means is, yeah, and that's nice, and it's good that Minecraft is one of those games
yeah.
which you build up and which you work through, which yeah. But this sounds awesome. I'm gonna go back to what you're talking about. You've got a screen on a screen, so you build, you piece it all together, and then you can actually. So you're playing Minecraft, and you go into your little room,
Okay, Matt,
and
here's
you're sat
another
there,
question for
and you're
you.
looking at a computer screen whilst you're looking at your computer screen.
Yeah. Okay,
And then you play
yeah.
Doom whilst you're playing Minecraft. And let's have a break because all these people that are building all
I
these
know.
wonderful houses and stuff that you can build on Minecraft.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you going to do when
Okay,
you're done with
here's
it?
a
Now you can
here's
sit
the thing
down.
I just thought
Now
of.
you've got a computer room.
Yeah, you ready for
You know,
this?
that's good.
All right, just picture this.
Well, I don't know what you're
You're in
inside.
Minecraft, so you're on your normal computer, you're in Minecraft. You've got the Windows 95 VM open. Inside of that VM,
Yeah,
you open up another VM
yeah.
of, say, Windows 3.0 or something, 2.0 inside of that, 1.0 inside of that. But you just open up a load of VMs.
No, 3.1. Right.
Just runs
All the way
underneath
through to DOS, and
Minecraft
then
3.
you're just playing a
Windows
binary
3.0. You
circuit.
wouldn't
Oh
even need to
my
go back
god.
that far to DOS. Yeah, think
Oh
about
my
that.
gosh. Wow.
Just think about that for a
Yeah.
second.
Wow. So yeah. Oh my gosh, that's like looking into one of those mirrors, isn't it? Right, and you see
Yeah,
your
one of those
reflection, but behind that
infinitely
there's another
reflecting
mirror, and there's
mirrors.
another reflection, and it's almost infinite. But
No,
that's it. In this instance, I mean, it's not quite infinite, is it? But it's going into the infinite realms
crazy.
of programming and the advancement in technology to where we are
I
today.
don't know if
So you're
YouTube
looking
would
into the
work on
past
this. I don't know about
whilst you're sat
YouTube.
in the
I haven't
future and
heard
the
anything
present.
about that. But the
Oh,
fact that there's a VM computers mod inside of Minecraft is still insane. Like, yeah, just loading up my VM inside of Minecraft. What you're doing today. That kind of
yes,
that sort
absolutely.
of thing. It's just crazy to me.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. I'd love
Yeah,
to to see how
I
this
dabble every once
progresses.
in a while. I wouldn't call
Are you
myself
a
a
Minecraft
proper
player?
Minecraft player. I'm on a few servers I haven't played for a while.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. There it is. I understand there's another game out there, or there's a couple out there, isn't there? But there's one which is sort of sweeping the market at the moment, which people seem to
Is
be
that?
going
I
on. And
haven't heard of
it
it
is a free
actually.
version of Minecraft. It's almost Minecraft, but it's not Minecraft.
I know
There's
it's not
another one. The
Terraria,
name is
obviously.
eluding me at the moment.
Terraria's
It's out
paid.
there. It's a free download. You can.
Terraria, it can't be that. That's paid.
Oh, it's not what who? I can't
Yeah, I
remember.
don't know.
You can throw the name at me. I'm not going to know what it is. Yeah, I can't remember. But you can get
Oh,
it
it's one of
through
those knockoff
you can get it
Minecraft
through
games, is it?
Google Play. You just turn around, download it,
The new one of the
and it's a
month,
free
huh?
game. It's a knockoff Minecraft game, but it's almost more. Yeah, yeah. There's lots out there. Let's face it.
Yeah.
It's
It
yeah.
never works
When you've
out as
got a
well though.
well-to-leading
Never,
game, of course people
never
want to
becomes
copy,
as popular
right?
as the
It's
original.
yeah, yeah.
If I don't lie. I know, but
I don't know these
Minecraft
things.
is still around, and if
Sometimes
people
these
are
things
really
go in shock.
working, plus at the end of the day,
They
they
may
really
not.
need a PC
You know,
client, and a PC client, that's not going to take off really. Let's be honest.
you never know. I'm sure someone once upon a
Okay,
time said, well, I
to
don't
be
know if
fair,
Xbox is going to make it. I don't know if
Xbox,
that's going to make it. I don't know if PlayStation is going to make
Xbox still
it.
isn't technically going too well.
Well, actually, Xbox and Microsoft.
I saw a lot of, don't get me wrong, I love Xbox. I'm not
Do you
dissing
not
Xbox
think
in any
Xbox
way
is a
with
huge
this.
market?
No, more of what I'm talking about is actually an issue that I've been engaged in a bit of comment section recently, actually. So on a video regarding
Go on.
so regarding what am I saying? Yeah, so what I was saying. So Microsoft.
I don't
Uh,
know. You say
so Phil Spencer recently said that he thinks that
yeah,
that generational exclusives are anti-consumer. Yeah. Or he said something to do with exclusives being anti-consumer. Yeah. Everyone kind of
okay,
a lot of people, most people in fact, kind of
right,
interpreted it as him saying, "Oh, he thinks cross-generational exclusives are anti-consumer. He believes that any game on Series X should be on the One X." He's kind of been saying this sort of thing for a while now. It's not unheard of for him to say this. And in fact, it's key to Xbox's whole strategy for the
yeah,
Series X. Recently, when Xbox had their game showcase, they announced a load of exclusives for the Series X and the Xbox and PC. Yeah, because every Xbox game is also on PC. So again, there's no true Xbox
yeah,
exclusives. It's more of a true
yeah.
Microsoft exclusive. Um, the fact is
Which
though,
is as it is. Yeah,
uh, what was I gonna say? Yeah. So someone in the comments basically they kind of misinterpreted that and they thought Phil Spencer was just saying any exclusives are anti-consumer. He kind of talking double talk because if it's on PC, technically it's not
right.
an exclusive. You get what I'm saying? Like it's on two platforms. It's on PC and Xbox. That's already two
Right.
platforms, therefore not an Xbox exclusive.
Yeah,
Technically, you could make the argument for Microsoft exclusive, but that's a very hard argument to push. I think more people can access it
yeah.
than just a PlayStation exclusive still. So people just misinterpret it or maybe even try and twist it. I don't know, but the fact is, Xbox has been quite successful, but they still get a lot of shade, and people still see them as the anti-consumer company they were last year, last generation in 2013. Do you remember what happened in 2013? Yeah, with the original Xbox
2030.
One
Oh my
launch
gosh, how
day.
long ago was that? Like 7 years ago. I don't know.
Yeah, and PS5 launch year, I think, as
Wow,
well.
was that the Xbox One?
So let me tell you what happened. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, go on.
Microsoft, I
Yeah,
don't think Phil Spencer was actually
yeah,
head of
go on.
Xbox at this point. I think it was someone else. But the head of Xbox or Xbox in general, they decided to have a very different approach to Sony. Yeah. And it completely backfired for them. I'm gonna start this. So they
Mhm.
said that when you buy a game on Xbox and you put it into your Xbox, it will then be locked to your Xbox with DRM. So you can't sell your games on, you can't lend the game to a friend. They were very anti-consumer at that launch. They then rolled that back, but their reputation has this whole generation is being completely
Yeah,
tainted and is still slightly tainted to it going into the next generation. Now, myself personally, I think the kind of shade that they're still being given is completely undeserved. They've released Game Pass, which some people are saying is anti-consumer. Some people are saying that Game Pass shouldn't actually isn't a good thing. I don't really see how that's true though, you know? Like, yeah, it opens it up. Like,
I don't understand that
I
because it
can't
opens
spend
it up
60
for
quid on
people,
every
essentially.
single
It
game in
opens
the
up
Xbox catalog. I
market.
don't have that sort of money. A lot of people don't have that sort of money. Yeah. Uh, Game Pass, you pay 15 quid a month.
Yeah. Not, I'm not to buy every single game. You're right, not to buy every single game. And you're right. I mean, sometimes when the term anti-consumer gets thrown about, you got to turn around and look at one, who's saying it,
Yeah.
two, why is it being said, three, what's the purpose of that being
Yeah,
said?
exactly.
Because
Like at
it's
the end
not
of the day, when you have
anti-consumer
Game
if
Pass
it's out
Ultimate,
there for the consumer.
with Xbox actually, they've made the Game Pass Ultimate an even better option for people with xCloud now. So Game Pass Ultimate, it gives you access to over. I think it's still only
Yeah.
over 100. I'm not sure of a number, but I think it's around over 100 titles on Xbox, over 100 titles on Windows
That's good.
PCs, and as of September, xCloud is being
Yep.
added to Game Pass Ultimate. No extra cost if you're already subscribed to Game Pass Ultimate. Then in September you have access to Game Pass, and you have access to Game Pass Ultimate. You just have xCloud, so you could forget
That's
buying with Series
cool.
X if you really want. Yeah, forget buying Series
Yep.
X. Keep on paying for your Game Pass subscription, and as long as most of the games you like to play are going to be on there, um, then you know what? Guess what?
Hmm.
Just hook up your Xbox One controller to your phone and put it in a clip, you know, and just flip up a kickstand and put it on there. You've got access to over 100 games on there. You know, it's like the complete opposite of anti-consumer. It's literally allowing people to play more Xbox games wherever they are.
That's what it is. I mean, if anything, that's just pretty mind blowing, isn't it? They've said we've
Yeah,
launched
it's
this
included in
brand
your
new
Game Pass Ultimate
product, but guess
subscription.
what? You don't have to buy the brand
Oh,
new
oh,
product.
and even
Here's
better,
why.
Matt. Do you want to
Because
know
we
what's
make
even
it
better?
available elsewhere. Yeah,
they
yeah.
may apart from they're considering allowing it so you
Tell
just
me.
buy a game.
Tell us.
If they get enough developers on board, then you could just buy an xCloud compatible game. Yeah. So you buy Halo Infinite.
Right.
Don't worry about the monthly subscription fees or any of
Yeah.
that. Just play it. It's in your library. You have access to Halo Infinite. Yeah. As long as developers allow it, they don't have to do any work.
Oh,
They
that's
literally
brilliant.
just have to say, you
That's
know
awesome.
what? I'm not a fan of it being through the monthly subscription part, but I don't mind if they still pay the full price. And then they throw their phone into a phone clip. That's still them playing my game. It's just on their phone. They paid full price. I don't care. That sort of thing I can really get behind. You know? Yeah.
That's not bad, is it? And that's something which obviously,
Yeah. So if
I mean,
it's
it's
in your
not just
library, it's in
on
your
that phone,
digital
is it? That's
library,
transferable because it's in your
and the
library,
developers
isn't it?
allowed
Yeah.
it, then that should be xCloud. And if you do decide to buy a
So
Series
you can
X
use that.
or even an Xbox One S, that's the only one that's still in production now.
Yeah.
Then you know what? Go ahead. Just download it to that console whenever you buy it and just play. Yeah, that's the future I think xCloud are going to evolve to. Because of the way it's structured very differently to both Stadia and Nvidia GeForce Now, the two kind of main competitors. PS Now, yes, it's a competitor, but it's very different. It's more for older games. I say GeForce Now and Stadia are the main competitors. This is a very different marketing strategy to either of them. Xbox already has a massive catalog even. It's already massive. And in fact, did you hear what I said about Destiny 2? So Destiny 2,
Go on,
Xbox
tell
have
me.
partnered with
Just
Bungie
remind us what you said about Destiny 2.
and it's
Yep.
coming to Game Pass. So for those of you who don't know,
Mm-hmm.
the Destiny 2 is already on xCloud for streaming. So I'm assuming that'll still be there in September, and all of the games that are currently there will still be there.
I recall this.
And it's now coming to Game Pass.
Yep.
So with Game Pass Ultimate, you won't have, or any version of Game Pass for console or console. I don't know if it's going to be on Game Pass for PC. The details are still a little bit shady on that because currently Destiny 2 is released through Steam and not whatever it is, the
Mhm.
Microsoft Store. So I think it may only be for PC. I don't know. I have to find out more details on that. They didn't really release much.
Right.
You get access to all previous expansions, every expansion released so far, and when the new Destiny 2 expansion is released in November, on November 10th,
Oh my God.
it's in there. You're not paying any extra. It's just in Game Pass
Wow.
Ultimate.
Wow.
I know. Like for me,
Whoa.
Game Pass
I mean,
Ultimate can have a lot more worth now actually because
that's
if
just,
it includes
yeah,
xCloud,
right.
great. I got my console games on my phone, and I still keep like I'm still on the original Xbox
Mhm.
One, the one from 2013. So this console is starting to break now, and I was going to get a One S a couple of
Yeah,
years
yeah,
ago, but I decided against it and actually got a PS4. Um, yeah, I probably should have got the One S, bit of an upgrade in storage capacity,
yeah.
but regardless, um, I got enough anyway. Regardless of that,
But you still got to see.
the fact is, with xCloud, my
But that's the
Xbox
thing.
One, in theory, if this
Yeah,
does
go
go
on.
the way I'm hoping it does, and all developers just say, you know what, yeah, even if they don't allow the subscription, because to be honest, I don't have a problem with them not liking the subscription-based thing. Like, it could mean that their bottom line may not be as full. But if, say, I can pay as a gamer, I could pay for, say, FIFA 20, FIFA 21, I could pay the full probably about 80 quid now. EA are hiking their prices up every year, but 60 to 80 quid for the different versions of the game. And I can then play that on my phone, connected to a
Yep.
phone clip. And I can just do that, and I can do that wherever I am. You know what? That is absolutely incredible. We're finding out a lot more details next month about their full plans for it. A lot of people were kind of disappointed there wasn't any news on in their showcase on, I believe it was Thursday or Friday. I think it might have been Thursday. No, was it Thursday or Friday? One of them. I think it was Friday. Either of them. Anyway,
Was it Friday?
people were disappointed, but
Thursday,
the
was
fact
it?
is,
Yeah.
Xbox
I don't
actually
know. Can't
already
remember.
announced.
It's probably go
I
on.
may not have been reporting, but I was still keeping up with news. They already announced that they would have an event in August completely about xCloud. I'll just search it now, xCloud August event for you to prove this because I remember them saying they would have uh more news.
I mean, if they do, like you said, they can obviously, and this is the thing, it keeps people tuned in, it keeps people listening, doesn't it? Because if they don't share the information, because of course they know what their future is, they know what they're building towards, they know what they've got coming in the pipelines. And when they have these seminars, when they have these expos, when they talking about all these release dates for the latest console, gaming, what we're going to be doing, they want to keep some back because they don't want to fill it all in at the same time, do they? It's like, hold on, let's just keep you on tenterhooks. We're going to drip feed you this stuff. We're going to give you this great big presentation, but we're not going to give you everything. We're going to leave you on a bit of a cliffhanger, like any good sort of TV series or anything like that. We can leave you on a bit of a cliffhanger.
Yeah,
We're going to dangle this just here. We're going to say, there you go. Whoa. Okay, because we've got more in the pipeline lined up for you guys. Okay, and
exactly.
I think that's a good thing.
Okay, so I have more
It's
details
good
on
marketing. It's
xCloud here. I
intelligent
did just
marketing.
search it.
It's what they do.
So
Yeah,
there are going to be more
keeps
solid
people
launch
interested.
details about service in August, as I just said.
Yeah,
There's also a rumor about the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. So for those of you who don't know, on
yeah.
August 5th, so not Wednesday coming, but the one after that, Samsung are
Mhm.
releasing their new phone lineup.
Okay.
Yeah, so a week on Wednesday,
Is that not next? No, it's 2 weeks away, isn't
they're
it? Yep,
releasing
2 months away.
the Note 20 series as well as
Week
supposedly a new
Wednesday. Yep.
Galaxy Watch. And I think there's one other device that I haven't heard of. We confirmed
Uh-huh.
5 devices. Oh no, sorry, no, the fifth device is likely going to be a new pair of earbuds. Um, there's also some rumors about the Note 20 Ultra may try to be the Xbox phone, so it'll be highly optimized to stream Xbox games over xCloud. Now, this wouldn't be very surprising. If you've got a Samsung phone, you'll notice that you've got kind of
Uh-huh.
a link to Windows button just built into your control panel. What phone do you have, Matt? I think you've got a Samsung as well, haven't you?
That's right.
Yeah.
I've got Samsung as well. I've got I forgot
Yes.
what it is.
Link to
Living
Windows is
Singers,
built
yeah. Swap
into
from Huawei a
almost
few years
every
ago.
new
So
Samsung
yes,
phone now. I
Samsung.
got it
Yeah.
on my new one actually. I got this a few days ago now. First thing I noticed was that Link to Windows is kind of built into it. So it's a very it's a very widespread feature, and it's absolutely incredible. Their
I think
partnership.
it's one. I
OneDrive
think
is
it's
now
one
the default
of
backup service for Samsung
yeah.
in terms of your photos, which I think is incredible. Although I still stick to Google Photos because it's unlimited, so I choose to go unlimited.
It's good.
But yeah,
Hmm. I always, do you know what?
yeah,
Do you
no,
know what
I'm
we're
with
talking
you on
about?
that. I'm
I
with you on
still
that.
like to back up and save all my stuff. Yeah. And although you can put it up, you can save it to whichever drive you want. I
Yeah, well,
think,
unless you spill coffee
you
or
can't beat saving it to a
water or
hard
whatever
drive
that hard
and having
drive.
a couple of
In
copies
that case, it's still
because
gone.
you never know.
Yeah, there are some disadvantages to physical data.
Exactly. These things, that's never been done before. Yeah, this is the one. Do you know, actually, you say something like spilling coffee on your. I had a friend of mine who was working in the early days when PCs were being rolled out on mass distribution, and someone phoned up the helpline and they said
Oh God!
the coffee holder's not working. And it was back in the day, it was back in the days of distros, right? They said you press to run the disk out. They said the coffee holder is not working.
That's
It
the
was
classic.
yeah, he used to turn out and come out with some classics that people. It's like I don't know. It's like
You can press
it says
any
here
key on
any
the
key. Which
keyboard.
is the any key? So what do you mean? Which is the any key? Yeah, any key. Yeah, that's right. They didn't. They were looking for a key that specifically said any key. They said, "Well, do you know what? Maybe that doubles up." He
Oh,
said, "Do you
that's
know the
so
space
smart.
bar on your
Actually, that's really
PC doubles up
smart.
as the any key? Press that one." It's yeah,
Yeah,
classic. So if ever in doubt, if you're looking for the any key, press the space
yeah.
bar. Do you know what?
Um,
Yeah, yeah, days of yore. But yeah,
yeah,
I mean, we're digressing here,
there
aren't we?
is.
There's lots being looked coming out, isn't there? To be looking forward to. I also understand, Luke. I've heard a little whisper.
It was
I've been
absolutely
listening to your
incredible.
podcast. Welcome back, by the way. Hope you had a beautiful holiday. Um, by the sounds of it, you did. I heard a little whisper in one of your podcasts. There's
You might want to update
potentially
that to 4,
two,
Matt.
three other podcasts being made.
I am dropping this on you. I am completely dropping this on you. So
Four.
me and Matt, we actually have a small conversation before every episode. I didn't even tell him about the fourth one.
What did you
This is literally I just made up my mind about this just
well
today
ahead?
actually.
So hold on. Let me go. We've got easy to say. We have dynamic. Do you know what? I'm still blown as a four. There's four podcasts coming. It's like a
Yeah,
round of golf or something. We have dynamic digital world.
yeah.
Okay. We have dynamic digital dive. We
Android
have
analysis.
I've forgotten the other. There's the Android one coming out, and then there's
Yeah. The
Android
fourth one, I'm
analysis,
still
and
deciding what
then
operating
there's
system to do
Apple
this on,
analysis,
but
right?
I think I just
Yep.
decided
So
Windows Weekly. I was deciding between
go
Linux,
on.
Mac OS, and Windows.
Windows Weekly.
Mac OS I can roll
Windows
into the
Weekly.
Apple one. Linux, there's not much news about that
Right.
often. Windows, on the other hand, you're more often
Uh-huh.
to hear about kind of fatal crashes.
Uh-huh.
Now, yeah,
So just to let people know, obviously we're coming out with these different, and so obviously Apple is going to be specified on Apple,
yeah.
Windows on Windows. What's the other one? Android purely on Android.
No,
We're
there
not
will
going to
be
be. You're just
comparison.
going to be
That's the
purely
thing.
talking
So
about their products. There's going to
let
be
me
no
kind of take.
comparison
So
across the
what should
platforms.
we
It's
start with?
going
So
to
we
be that.
start with digital dive. That's the simplest to explain.
Okay. start with digital dive because when I heard that, I thought, okay, what you're going to be telling us about is the stuff which has crashed, the stuff which has been launched and is no good for anyone,
No.
and it's like stay away from this regardless. Yeah, but that's not what it is about, is it? This is about you taking that deep
Yes.
breath
So
and taking a
digital
dive and a
dive,
plunge
as it will
and
more
looking
commonly be
in
referred
depth.
to,
Is that
dynamic
right?
digital dive is an absolute tongue twister. So I'm going to refer to it as digital dive in the episodes. Um, digital dive will be about going really deep into kind of
DDD.
the
Yeah.
mechanics of technology and the deep roots of how it works. So it will be explaining differences between a 32-bit processor and a 64-bit
Right.
processor. It will be explaining differences between, it could be explaining, say,
Yeah.
Windows versions. So if you want a Windows version history and kind of a version of how Windows had developed a bit, I might do one of those. Say for Mac OS, say for Linux even, although Linux would be too complicated for
Yeah.
me to actually do, so I won't be doing one of those. Um, but like if you want, say, I don't know, maybe a deep dive into
Right.
Bluetooth and how that works, I could probably get one of those out, It's for those really deep dives into really technical topics that I just can't put on this because this is a news show. This is a show all about news.
Okay. So let's just take a look at this. So obviously this one covers everything, but we're going to be because I did hear one of these where you was actually talking about an installation
Yeah.
of because you went through an install, didn't you?
So
And how to do that. Whereas
yes, yeah. So that will
obviously, and that
be
was the Apple
So if
software,
I was to
wasn't it?
do that again,
Correct? No.
I'd
Yes, it
do
was,
that
wasn't
on
it?
Apple Analysis.
Yeah, that would be on dynamic digital dive. Apple analysis. Okay. So you would still do that. So although digital dive is more in depth about specific topics,
Really
and
technical
this is
kind of
so
deep
Bluetooth
dives.
or how to turn around and
So
split,
really technical stuff like a BIOS, like a UEFI, that kind of thing.
like a real technical deep dive. But if it was specific,
Yeah, kind of things that could almost be things that
okay.
are kind of
So
a hardware
generalistic
level.
terms
Yeah,
come
kind
out
of
there. Yeah.
hardware level changes and stuff. That'll be digital dive. There will
Right.
be some operating system stuff on there. I think it's
Okay.
important I don't
Okay.
just ignore operating systems. But yeah, so that's going to be on digital dive. Then
Oh, no, you
what should
just
we go
mentioned
into
bath.
next,
Yeah,
Matt?
so
You
yeah, go
choose.
on. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so no, so that's digital dive. So
Yeah.
digital dive is in depth. This is how to do stuff and breaking it all down nicely. And then we just mentioned Apple, so let's look at Apple analysis. So
Yes.
Apple analysis will be specifically anything to do with Apple. Yeah, it's going to be talking about. So hold on, this is the latest iOS. These are the flaws of it, but specifically, this is iOS
Yeah.
news, and
So
this is the nitty gritty of
iOS
this
is going to be
particular
Apple analysis is probably not going to come out
product.
very often. Same for Android. Android analysis I can probably get a bit more often than Apple analysis. Apple analysis will be things like new Mac launches, new
Right.
new iPhone launches, and new iPad launches. Those only happen every 2 to 3 times a year. Then what I
Yeah.
will be able to do fairly a lot more often though
Okay.
is iOS beta releases. So every couple months, Apple will release a new beta on iOS. So currently we're on iOS 14. I've been
Right.
using it for a while now, and I haven't really had a place where I can kind of talk about the latest changes in that beta. Because it'd be a
Yeah.
massive disruption to normal programming on Digital World. I didn't really want to
Uh-huh.
do that. Also, so things to do with anything to do with
Right.
Apple, whether they're involved in a lawsuit, will also be on there. Now, new iPhone launches and new product launches and iOS releases will still be on Digital
Ooh.
World. So this stuff will still be on Digital World. Yeah. But the way this is going to be on Digital World is very different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
But you're just going a bit more
it will be so
right.
so
So
when a
digital
product launch
world
is
would be
done,
more.
what I would
Go
still
on.
do is I would
How's it going
still
to be different?
do a
Let's talk
mention
about
of
the
it, or I
difference.
may still do a full episode on that launch. Yeah, so I will still do a full episode on the iPhone launch when that happens. However, it will be in two
Yeah.
places. Yeah.
Because normally you do, don't you? You spend about 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, depending on the meat that's on the bone that's been given out in front there, to turn on talk through, for example, the latest iOS platform or what. But I heard you saying, but excuse me, because I'm going to come back to this. This is, and we'll get back on track in a second. Because I mean, like you said, you'll be taking a lawsuits because now, excuse my cynicism, okay? Because it's almost like Apple and or
You're
Android or
completely correct,
Google.
actually. So,
These guys are
to be
always up
honest,
in the courts
Google's
almost
had
every
it
other week.
quite unfairly, in my opinion, actually. And, let's go into
That's
this
almost
now
like
on here.
that's
Yeah.
almost like
We'll get back on topic soon, but we're talking about Apple and we're talking about Android,
yeah,
and this is a caretaker of what you can expect on these new podcasts. So, this is going to be now over the next week. The first episode on all of these podcasts will be coming out. I can guarantee you that by Sunday there'll be an episode on all of these podcasts. Okay. Link to each one. When I release it, there'll be a link to that podcast in the
come
description
on, you're checking
of
for
the
that, like,
episode on the day that I release that podcast. And also on the website, there will be a link to each podcast on the website as well. So the way that it kind of works currently is
right.
Google, whatever they're doing, you can always count on someone investigating them for it. Yeah. Be it whether they decide, we're going to add in a new feature. Yeah. Or we're going to buy Fitbit, or we're going to do something. Apple historically is kind of the darling of the, sorry, I shouldn't say that. They're kind of the tweet, kind of the, they're kind of the one that everyone turns to of tech world. They're the ones that everyone loves. They're kind of the really loved child that gets all the attention, I should say. Yeah, that gets all of the wonderful attention, none of the bad press. Kind of the ones that are like, yeah, no, it's absolutely fine.
Right.
Whatever you do is fine. So with Spotify, when they first released HomePod, Spotify put a complaint forward to the European Commission, and that kind of, again, it said that blah blah blah. Basically, Spotify couldn't do a load of things, and Apple were putting restrictions on not just Spotify but loads of others. You've had a bit of press on it for a few months, you might remember, and then it kind of just, it just fizzled away. It was kind of like it never happened. It disappeared into thin air.
Fizzled out.
And it's come back now, and it is actually much bigger this time than it was previously.
Yeah.
There's much more companies now backing it because but the uproar has only really started because it was a very small and very new company. So when Spotify did it, they kind of got sick of it because the thing is, Google does take a cut of in-app purchases. Yeah. So but the fact is, with Google, they can just have a link to say buy premium here.
Oh, cool.
It takes you to their website. Matt, I think you got premium, didn't you? You got Spotify premium. Yes. When you got premium, did you do it through the Google Play Store, or did the link in Spotify's app take you to the Spotify website? Okay, I'm looking on you to be my witness here.
Do you know what?
I think I was actually with you when you did it. You went through a link on Spotify's app that didn't take you to Google's in-app purchases. It took you to Spotify's website, I'm pretty sure. And you can, I'm pretty sure it just took you to Spotify's website, as far as I remember.
Right.
I'll do an investigation on that myself, actually. And I'll kind of report back on that. But yeah, that's my point. These sorts of things, Apple, you're not allowed to have. So Netflix, for example, unless they want to give over 30% of their revenue for the first year and then 50% of their revenue every year after, whilst on top of that also paying Apple $100 a year for the privilege of going onto the Apple App Store. Remember, Google only costs you, I think it's 12 quid once, or 12 to 15 quid once, and then they take a 20% cut of your in-app purchases. Yeah, much more reasonable in my opinion. Who then are getting a recurring basis from you or on you every year as well. They get a one-off purchase. So I think I'm fine giving them, say, 20% of my subscription fee.
I don't know.
If I really had to, but I can bypass that if I want to. The thing with Apple, though, is that you're not allowed to mention, go here to subscribe. So when you first install a Netflix app, if you're seeing, oh, hey, I've heard about Netflix, I've heard there's an iOS app, I'm going to install Netflix on my iPad. You'll see you'll see on there
Yeah.
Netflix, sign in. And then there's a how do I register thing underneath it. You click on that, all it says is you cannot register through the Netflix app on iOS at this time. They don't have a link to the Netflix registration page. They don't have a link to anything. It just says yeah.
Right.
So you've got to figure out
So what you've got to do is
oh hey,
you've got to
maybe
go
if I
to Apple
search up
Store then
how
in
to
order
sign up
to.
for Netflix on iOS, it'll then come up with a result saying you can't sign up for Netflix on iOS, however you can. You have to do it through their website, and then their website is where you sign up. Yeah, if
Right.
you was trying to sign up on Android, as far as I'm aware, it wouldn't. As far as I'm aware, it can take you to the website. Again, I will do a
Yeah.
double check and I'll update these in tomorrow's episode. Or actually, yeah.
That would be good, just to cover the basis. But so I mean, out of interest, because obviously you're
30%
talking
for the
about
first
Google
year,
charging
50% for every
20%,
year
Apple
after that.
charging. How much
So
is Apple charging?
yeah,
Oh, say that again.
15,
30% for the
1-5.
first
So it is
year.
less
Did you
than
say
Google.
50 or
It's less
15?
than Google, but there's no way to bypass it.
So 15. Right.
So with
Okay.
Google,
Right.
if you really don't like Google's policies, just bypass the App
No way to
Store
bypass
altogether
it.
and have them
But I
download
mean,
your app from their site. Yeah, you can just completely bypass Google with that. But it,
okay. Which you should be able to, because otherwise they get a monopoly on. You can only
Apple has
advertise
that.
your product through us, and
Apple has that,
people
and
can only
the
purchase
Hey
it
email
through
app,
us
they
if
actually
we
got
sell it at
told,
this rate.
okay, you either add
Yeah.
in-app purchases to your app, or we take you away, or we take you out. Yeah, they got
Right. Right. That I recall the episode you
it's
done. You was talking about
outrageous.
this, and it's quite in depth. And I understand why people would get angry about this because it isn't just. And so before we spend 50 minutes, because we've come up to 50 minutes already, we
Yeah.
could spend 50
Yes,
minutes
we
talking about
completely
it. This
diverged
is the
there.
kind of
This is the
stuff you
sort of
would be
thing that will
talking
be on
about
Apple
on the
Analysis. This
Apple
is a taster of
analysis.
what
Yep.
the first episode will be.
Which is wow. Yeah. And you're going to rip it
Yeah,
apart and shred it apart and go through all the nuts and bolts of the mechanics that turn around and are creating this story, the pluses, the minuses. This sounds really good. And I take it then, because that's about Apple, and I'm aware that we're
exactly
running
the
out of
same
time.
thing on Google.
Android analysis
Exactly the
then
same thing on
would be doing
Google.
exactly the same thing,
If they've
but
done
with
something
everything in
wrong,
Android.
they'll get torn to shreds. If they've done
Right.
something great, large amounts of praise.
Okay.
Yeah.
And not just Google. Yeah. Okay. Let's not just say
Technically, I
Google,
know
because
that.
Google's not the only
Well, we're gonna
available
say
thing
Google
for
because they
Android.
kind of
There
do
are other.
most of the back end
Yeah.
stuff. Of course, Samsung, Huawei,
Technically, they're the
Huawei
biggest.
will still be mentioned a bit. I'm gonna have to work out Samsung. Every company will be mentioned at some point, but
Yeah, Samsung
most
have
of
their
them
own.
used to do it comes down to
Every,
Google. Uh,
yeah, I mean Google are the biggest player, right? Yeah, yeah,
Android analysis.
and I suppose that's the one. So that's Samsung. Sorry, blah, 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 blah.
It's gonna get confusing.
That's Android analysis. We've now got a whole another load of podcasts. So Apple analysis,
Windows. I'm not sure. I'm
Android
not sure what I'm
analysis,
gonna do the
and
second
then
word for it.
this other one,
Windows Weekly.
Windows Windows Weekly. What
Yeah,
I would do is
I
double
will
check,
do. I'm
because
gonna
I'm
double
sure there
check.
is one out there called
I probably
Windows
can't do
Weekly. So
Windows
double
Weekly. Let
check
me.
your
Yeah,
name
I got
there.
Spotify on my iPad. I'll do it
Yeah.
now. But whatever this one ends up being called, yeah, whatever it ends up being called, it's basically just going to be
Right,
news about
right.
Windows every once in a while.
Yeah.
Uh, and all of that Windows news is just going
Yeah.
to be boiled down into one podcast. Yeah, Windows Weekly is a podcast.
One podcast, which is nice. That's what I thought. I knew that was out there, and you just give them
You know
the
what?
big up, and you're
Then
just giving
Windows
them
Weekly, if you want to
knowledge
see
out there,
one
so
that's
now
out there
people know they're
already,
out there as well.
go to that
So
podcast. I haven't listened to it. I don't know if it's any good, but you know what? Hey, give it a go. Yeah, let's do Microsoft Monthly. Let's do Microsoft
There we go.
Monthly. There you
Maybe
go.
we could do Microsoft Monthly.
You
Who
literally
knows?
get. No, wait.
Right?
Let me see if that's already on as well. Let me check that as well.
There we go. You know, and the thing with this film this space because let's like it's like we can't go dead
Microsoft
air
Monthly
online because
already
that's
is
just
one.
wrong. It's Windows, Microsoft, whatever. Yeah.
Okay, I might not be doing a
No, oh my
anything in
God.
relation to Microsoft or
Whatever.
Windows then
We'll come out with
actually
something. Right?
until I think of a name. No, no,
Maybe,
Hotmail's
maybe,
completely
maybe,
dead. Hotmail
maybe you
is
could do
dead.
Hotmail hourly. I don't know. Yeah.
No, that's literally the name of
Outlook.
Outlook.
I know it's Outlook Online. Yeah, I don't know. Oh,
No,
well, there you go.
no, no.
How
I
about
don't think.
Black
Okay, the
Slightly?
Windows
Yeah,
Microsoft one won't be happening. Um,
or OneNote
huh?
Official. Yeah,
What?
yeah. How about OneNote
Nah,
Official?
I won't
We
do
could
it.
do
I
something
won't
like
be
that.
doing a Windows one.
OneNote Official.
I was
Yeah,
gonna do a
it's
Windows one.
yeah.
It's kind of off the rails. I have searched the others. Like if I
Okay.
search Android analysis, gosh, unless someone decides to do it after hearing my episode, Android
Yeah.
analysis.
No, quick, get first line out. Quick, quick. Yeah.
Uh, I can't find one as far as I can tell. No, the only one that comes
And
up with in relation to the word lessons
and
from Star Trek.
brilliant.
So I'm fine on Android analysis.
Yeah, Star Trek's awesome, and oh my gosh, I love Star
Yeah.
Trek, and the new movie is
Apple
brilliant. The
analysis
old series,
also isn't one.
excellent. Wow,
So
but
I
that's a
got
whole
that
nother
down.
series, right? That's not good.
Yeah. You know what? I might do the Linux one then, because Linux does have a fair amount of
Okay.
news on
Well,
it.
do you know what? Book 'em.
So Linux Life already exists.
Yeah,
Yeah. Linux
Linux
Lite.
Life. Oh my gosh, does it already
Linux
exist?
Lite.
No, wait. Linux Lite, Light or Life? Linux Lite. Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
know what? Because
Okay, Linux
Linux
Lite,
Life,
but the
it sounds
spelling of
like
light
a
will be
healthcare magazine or
Lite.
something. Linux Light.
Yeah.
Well, of course it's going to be. Yeah, and Linux Lite
Now,
sounds like
Linux is
a lighter, bite
actually
soft
the name of a
version of it.
distro, I do
Same like
believe.
Tweet
So it's also
Lite,
really good
yeah,
to play on words.
Twitter Lite or something.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? And
It's
you know
so
what?
hard to do
Because
this
I mean, there are
thing.
thousands of podcasts out there, aren't there, talking about different stuff and technology is huge. Yeah, it is, isn't it? So it's good. So I look
By
forward
the
to
end of
these,
next week,
and
there
they're
will
going to
be
be
an
coming out
episode
in
on
the
all of
innocent
these.
time.
It will
When
possibly
next
just be
week
an
these are going to be
introductory
available. Is that
episode
correct?
of what it will be about. So I'm going to be doing a new trailer for each podcast.
Right.
I don't think I had time to do a trailer for each podcast tonight. Unfortunately, I still need to do a bit more stuff to this episode. But yeah, I'm going to do something to each of these
Yep.
podcasts in terms of a new trailer because I need a new trailer for this one anyway. So this gives me a reason to do it. And then I'll also do an actual episode.
Yep.
And what both of those will do is it'll basically just be
Okay.
I can have everything on the I can just have everything rolled out by the end of the week with a trailer and also a first episode by the end of this first week. There will also be both an Instagram account, a Twitter account, and a Facebook account. All three social media platforms will have an account. And there will be new the website will have a new suffix before each one. So it'll be dive.dynamicdigitalworld.co.uk for Dynamic Digital Dive, apple.dynamicdigitalworld.co.uk for the Apple analysis, android.thedomain dynamicdigitalworld.co.uk for Android analysis, and linux.dynamicdigitalworld.co.uk
These
for
will all be
Linux.
Nice. That's really
These
good.
will
So
be
these are
coming out
all
by the end of the week.
possibilities. These are all things that they're not possibilities. These are things which are coming out, which people
Yeah.
can look forward to. That's pretty good. Luke, we're coming up to an hour here. Yeah. Yeah. So we're coming pretty much up to time there. Do you know what? Missed you over the last week.
Amazing
So
to be
it's good
back,
that
and
you're back in
amazing
the
to have you
driving
back on the
seat.
show.
Good to hear
Also,
you're
thank
out
you
there
so much
again
for doing that last minute
enjoying the
shotgun
stuff.
episode last week.
And it
Yeah.
was really fun. You threw me right deep, and it's like, okay, let's go. And it's like, wow,
I'll
yeah,
see you
it's
again
good.
next week,
So now,
obviously.
thank you for inviting me to come on the show again. It's really nice. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah,
Yeah.
I look forward to the marketing to start coming in and the royalties to
Yeah.
start coming in. We'll see what happens because at the
All
minute,
right.
yeah, that's just how it
I'll
is.
see you in
No, I don't.
yeah,
It's just a
I'll see
pleasure
you.
to be doing this. Luke,
Cool. You
yeah,
too. Yeah, we will.
yeah, I'll see you
You
soon.
too.
I'm sure we'll speak after this is done.
One
Uh,
hour, officially my
Stay
longest ever
safe. Thank you
episode.
most
Okay.
kindly. Keep safe out there. Luke,
All right,
thank
let's
you.
go. Thanks for thank you for listening.
All
This is
right.
Dan at Digital World. My name's Luke.
Okay. Cheers.
See you in tomorrow's episode.